There was once a valley where silence was never empty. It was filled with whispers of leaves, songs of crickets, and the gentle sigh of the wind as it wound its way through tall grass. In the very heart of this valley stood an ancient willow tree. Its branches bent low, almost touching the earth, as though it were bowing to the forest. The leaves shimmered silver in the moonlight, and those who walked past at night often said they could hear the tree breathing softly. Beneath its sheltering arms lived two young squirrel siblings, Mira and Orin. Mira had fur the shade of warm chestnut, with bright, curious eyes that caught every sparkle of starlight. She loved to climb high, leap far, and dream of wonders beyond the forest. Orin, her younger brother, was gentler. His fur gleamed golden brown, and his quiet eyes seemed to notice the small things others often overlooked: the patient blooming of flowers, the hum of bees, the way moss cushioned the earth like a soft green pillow. Together they played, quarreled, and dreamed. And though they sometimes disagreed, their hearts were tied like threads of the same branch. One evening, as the moon drifted higher and the forest hushed into stillness, Mira paused. Something unusual shimmered above them. Tiny glimmers flickered among the willow's branches, brighter than fireflies, steadier than stars. Her whiskers twitched with curiosity. "Orin, look," she gasped, tugging at her brother's paw. They both tilted their heads back, and there, nestled among the swaying silver leaves, hung round fruits that glowed as though each carried a piece of the night sky. They were apples, but not like any apples the siblings had ever seen. Their skin shone with soft golden light, pulsing gently as though alive. "Mira," Orin whispered, his voice hushed with awe. "They look like stars caught in a tree." Without a second thought, Mira scrambled up the bending branches, her tail flicking like a banner of excitement. Orin followed more carefully, testing each step, his paws steady. When Mira reached the glowing apples, her breath caught. They were warm beneath her touch, humming gently as if they held secrets from the sky. With a little squeak, she plucked one and held it close. Its light wrapped around her paws like liquid sunshine. "It's warm," she whispered. Her eyes gleamed with wonder. Orin reached the branch beside her and tilted his head. "Perhaps they're meant for everyone," he said gently. "Maybe we should share them." But Mira's chest swelled with a secret thought. What if she kept them all? What if she became the one who held the stars? The next morning, Mira awoke early. Quietly, she tucked her glowing apple deep inside their hollow, wrapping it with soft moss so no one would see. When Orin stirred, she tried to hide her excitement. "We should show the forest friends," Orin suggested kindly. "If the apples are magical, they may be gifts for all." But Mira shook her head, hugging her tail around herself. "No, it's mine. I found it." A flicker of hurt touched Orin's face, but he only sighed and turned toward the willow's roots. For the first time, silence stretched uncomfortably between them. That night, when Mira peeked at her hidden treasure, her heart skipped. The apple's glow had dimmed. It no longer gleamed like the stars above. Its warmth had cooled, and its light flickered faintly, like a candle nearly gone. "No, no," Mira whispered desperately. "Don't fade." She rubbed it, hoping to bring back its brightness, but the apple remained weak and pale. Outside, Orin sat under the willow tree. The other apples still shone, casting golden ripples across the clearing. He looked up at them, then back at the hollow, and his eyes filled with quiet sadness. That night, Mira and Orin both dreamed. In their dream, the willow tree's silver leaves rustled like voices. A deep, gentle sound filled the air. "The star apples shine only when hearts are shared," the willow whispered. Its branches swayed as if reaching toward them. "Selfish paws dim the light, but kindness makes them glow. Remember, little ones, the stars do not shine for themselves, but for the world." Mira stirred in her sleep, her chest heavy with guilt. Orin's ears twitched, and when his eyes blinked open, he knew they had dreamed the same dream. The following evening, Mira approached Orin with a shy look. Her paws fidgeted, but her voice was steady. "Orin, let's climb together this time." Orin's eyes softened with relief, and he nodded. Together. Paw in paw, they climbed higher and higher, the night air cool against their whiskers. At the very top of the willow, the largest star apple gleamed. It was round and bright, glowing like a tiny moon caught in branches. Mira's heart raced, but not with greed. This time, it raced with courage. With careful steps, Mira and Orin carried the great apple down from the branches. Its glow wrapped around them like a lantern guiding their way. When they reached the roots, forest animals began to gather. Rabbits hopped forward, deer bent their heads, owls blinked wide golden eyes, and even shy foxes crept from the shadows. All watched as the siblings placed the shining apple gently at the willow's base. "This," Mira whispered, "is for all of us." The moment the apple touched the earth, the willow tree shivered. Its branches glittered as though stars had rained down upon it. More apples appeared, glowing brighter and brighter until the whole clearing shone like a second sky. The animals gasped in wonder. Laughter and song filled the air. They danced in the golden glow, chasing one another through the grass. Owls hooted a gentle rhythm, rabbits thumped in joy, and foxes leapt gracefully. For the first time, Mira's heart felt completely full. As the celebration quieted, Mira turned to her brother. Her voice trembled, but her eyes were steady. "I'm sorry, Orin. I wanted the magic all for myself. But you were right, it shines brightest when we share." Orin smiled, his kind eyes glowing. "I only wanted us to shine together." And as they spoke, the willow's glow seemed to grow warmer, as if it, too, forgave and rejoiced. From that night on, the willow tree continued to gift apples. But it had a secret. They only appeared when Mira and Orin placed them together at its roots. The siblings learned quickly. Whenever jealousy or quarrels threatened, the apples would fade. But when laughter and love bloomed between them, the apples glowed stronger than ever. Their friendship became the heartbeat of the forest, reminding everyone that light grows brightest when it is shared. And so, in the quiet valley, beneath the ancient willow tree, the story of Mira and Orin lived on. When animals looked at the glowing apples, they didn't just see fruit, they saw the light of two siblings who had discovered that jealousy could dim even the brightest star, but love could make the whole forest shine. On nights when the moon was high, travelers passing the valley swore they saw not one sky above, but two, one of stars, and one of apples glowing in the branches of the willow tree. And under that glowing tree, Mira and Orin sat side by side, their tails curled together, smiling as the forest dreamed in golden light.